everybody. Uh, Sorry about that. Usually I start the race or stream earlier, but everybody in this field decided, you know what, we're to go qualify right at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight because screw the booth. I'm your host, Speed Racer, yet again, and I'm not by myself. I'm joined by another legend in the booth, Jake. Welcome.
You know what? That's one way to hype me up. I'm not just a legend. I am the legend in Henderson Performance League. Make sure you get that right. but I do want to tell you this though. It is an honor to get a chance to be back up here finally after interviews, after work days. We now get a chance to get ready to call a champion, trying to champion tonight. And what a coincidence! Whenever we first started, it was myself that introduced you to F1 and introduced you to everything on how everything played out. And now here we are. We are about to call it the final race of the season, which has been a lot of fun. It's been chaotic, but yet looks like we're getting ready to go ahead and get things started. And let's go ahead. And by the way, I do want to let you guys know that we have a new driver in the field, and he's been killing it in the truck series past Wednesdays. Which, by the way, you guys can check it out here on our YouTube channel. And we're about to see how he does here because he's the only McLaren in the field, and right there in that number 10 spot in Eric's booth, he's making his F1 debut.
Indeed. And it looks like first car on track in qualifying here is going to be Logan Aim.
Yeah,
That's
Logan.
actually new. I don't recognize Logan as a guy who's usually out as soon as possible. I think he's one that likes to wait, but
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi last race of the season, why not? Full send.
I mean, you just had the best. I mean, but also, if you guys been paying attention to our YouTube channel and our Xfinity series, he's still trying to be able to get that win. We'll see how things go because if you're thinking about it, those speeds that compared to F1 to NASCAR, this could help him give him a little break to get a chance to be prepared for these road course series. As we do see Logan Aim right there outside on the racetrack. Uh, in a beautiful road course, Abu Dhabi. This might be the first time I've ever called an Abu Dhabi race. Uh, Without a doubt, going to be a fun race, and I'm very excited to get a chance to call this with Speed. Once more Speed gets a chance to get back with me. We have a couple of drivers out here on our out lap. I don't know if Speed can get a chance to show all these guys, but Heredia, Tiger, Furchinator, Logan Aim, Eric, Moose, Portudude, and Wormel, and of course Dallin. Uh, and of course we see something happening in Sector 3. These drivers are just going to chill. They're just going to be waiting their sweet time as Logan Aim starts on his first lap of the race, or qualifying. My apologies. As we'll see how he does with this first sector here, 18.2. Going down to the second sector, I definitely want to get my full track. Yeah, so it's a really long straightway before you get down here. I think that's gonna be a huge left turn right here. Uh, so the chicane is definitely gonna be a really tricky one for our drivers here tonight. As we see Logan and of course a couple of drivers are I think Dallin and Wormel and also Heredia God are on their qualifying laps. And of course, first United Electric Blade, more soaps on his outlap. I think we see a Ferrari or a Alfa Romero just getting his tires all set up. Something's going on with a Moose. I don't know if I guess he's just taking a sweet time. But Logan Aim with an invalid lap time right there, but it would have been a 1.261. So we'll see how that goes for him. As hopefully he'll be careful with making the mistakes that he made. Probably get a chance to overcorrect them at least. Uh, Oh, and Masop's retired. Masop's, we had already a first lap already, 1.275 in down. Sorry for the hiccup there, folks. As Heredia with a 129, as we do have always Mars joining us. Um, don't know if Jackson Altman will be joining us, but we'll have to see about that. Wervel with the fastest already with a 1.263. We are about less than 13 minutes away from this qualifying session, and for those of you who are just now joining us, I'm always Jake, and Speed will be joining me here in just a few short moments. But yet, already is just, I think he's just trying to get those tires all set up, make sure he's out of each driver's way. Yeah, so we'll definitely have to see. But yet, Fortunator put in his lap with a 127.7, about 2 seconds off of Dallin here. As we do see Electric Blade making his lap time here. Uh, yeah, so you do see a couple of drivers in Tiger Heredia. There's just getting those tires ready, which I can see why. But a couple of drivers who have not made those laps. You can see it from 4th down to 14th. Masopes most likely will be starting last in this race. But Moose, here he comes. He is slowly getting out of his pit stall, and he's about to have his first laps here at Abu Dhabi. And always Gary retired from the session, so he'll be starting in the back with Masopes as well. So let's keep an eye on Tiger NASCAR here. Tiger NASCAR on his second sector. So far, so good. The Ferraris have been doing really good, but I don't think that's going to give them a chance to win the team championship. As Heredia put in his lap with a 2.017. Heredia will probably end up getting a faster lap here, hopefully soon. As we see, Tiger NASCAR, so far so good. As he's getting very close to the finish line. Could he be able to get a faster lap? And he does with a 1.247. Wow. That is amazing. Meanwhile, the battle for the championship in second place, Jackson Altman, who may end up missing tonight. I know he would hate to miss that, but of course, Clay right now making his first laps as we're about less than 10 minutes away to end this qualifying session here at Abu Dhabi. As Clay, you can see how hard he's working on this part of the track. As he is coming down to the pits, as something's happened in Sector 2, we're back under green. Eros Moose, and always Eric retired from the session. So 3 drivers who decided not to put in the qualifying lap. It will probably be starting in the back, as we do see Heredia with a 125.1. So the Ferrari could be starting 1 and 2. As I'm watching Eric's Moose off my end, I don't know if Speed's got it on his end. And look at there, Moose with a 1.256. That is incredible to see. And of course, Logan Name, I believe he's currently out there, as well as Dallin, Moose, Heredia God, Porchy Dude as well. Furch, who is going to be chilling and who's currently on his out lap at the moment. Which, let's go check out. Another person we haven't talked about is Electric Days. Sorry about that, folks. I had to sneeze, but either way, Fortunator is going to be out there. And look there, Electric Blade! I had to ruin things for the F1. Or not F1, but the Ferrari. What am I saying? Anyways, but no, Electric Blade with a 1.246. That is a really good lap from Blade. Oh, and who is that? Logan? Is that Logan that spun? That had to have been, but yeah, right there in Sector 3. He's got it back up and going. So far, so good for Mr. Fortunator. But right now, your current top 5, it is Electric Blade, Tiger NASCAR, and Heredia God, Moose, and Dallin. You know Dallin wants to get himself a 125 at least. As we're about less than 7 minutes to go here in Abu Dhabi. The final qualifying session. And Fortunator has retired from the session. So we have about 4 drivers that have retired. And of course, we're still waiting on a couple of drivers who are in the garage at the moment. Oh, I think I do see some. Oh, that's just a couple people out there. Looks like Logan's going to be returning back to the pits as we do see a Haas driver passing on by. Um, so far, everything remains quiet here as everyone's in the garage at the moment. Only person that we really see out there trying to be able to improve their qualifying lap is the Heredia God. Up there in Sector 3, he's not going to get a really good qualifying lap like he planned on it. As he is slowing down, probably might be retiring from the session. Either that or he's just letting the drivers go by. I don't know. Yeah, with a 250 at the moment, so yeah. I guess he must be getting those tires ready because everyone's going to be on softs. As we see Clay with an invalid lap time at the moment. Two more drivers are slowly approaching out there. As we see Always Marnes, who's going to be racing in the McLaren, joining Eric's Moose. As we finally see the young buck himself, Electric Days, out there on the racetrack. All right, and don't worry, guys. Speed is with me at the moment. He's just having a nice little chat. As we see Wormhole letting, I believe that is I don't know who just went by. I think that might be already at the moment. 4 minutes left into this qualifying session. As we're less than 3 minutes away from this qualifying
Alrighty.
session.
Well, uh, that was fun. Um, so
Oh,
Blade on pole with a 124.6. Then we got second through fourth in a gaggle, is what I'd call that. Uh, got three cars within literally a tenth of each other. And then it drops about a second to Brian. Had some speed at Las Vegas earlier in the week in NASCAR side. Now he's saying, "Hey, I'm here on the F1 side too." And followed by Alan and Worm, and then Furch, who decided to drive his car into a wall for something to do in DNF from the session. Uh,
you
Electric
see
Days
that?
is yeah, I was on stream. Electric Days, who's decided that he doesn't need a lap time. He's too cool. He's gonna head back down to pit
Yeah.
road for the fifth time. Um, Followed by Marnes. All these guys technically haven't ran laps yet, so
Yeah. Also, do note that Porty currently up in third with a 124.
um,
So far, about four drivers making their 124 mark, and you
technically,
know,
I'll make a point here. Sorry to cut you off. Technically, without Jackson showing up, even our champion has not even made a lap yet.
yeah. I mean, at this point, I mean, Clay's saying, "Hey, it doesn't matter. I mean, I won the championship, but it's kind of like what happened with Max Verstappen becoming the two-time champion. I mean, even though it may be pointless to race, but still, yet though, we want to give the the audience a great great last race here in the F1 series as Porty. He feels confident with his lap, so he's going to retire from the session. As something went down in sector one, looks like a couple of drivers are slowing down, letting old Moose go by, who was up in third, but now is dropping down to sixth. So three spots have been lost for Mars. Or sorry, was retired. That was Mars. Okay, wow, you see, pay attention. Anyways, so the clock is winding down for some of these drivers. So yet you do see Clay, who desperately needs to make a lap because I'm pretty sure you don't want him to start behind those who have not even had a lap in with Gary, Eric, and the Soaps. Uh, I'd be really surprised if First does qualify, start in the top 10. I think Electric Days may have something to say about that.
I think even if Clay doesn't put in a super fast lap, he ought to just put one in so he doesn't start dead last.
And
Like you said, whether he runs her into a wall, lap one, corner one, blows an engine, or wins the race, he's pouring champagne at the end of this. So, but might as well put out a good lap, make it less boring for
yeah,
us.
yeah, exactly. And of course, the qualifying session has ended, but for some of the drivers, they need to go ahead and make their lap in now. I think for Clay is going to be good, but Tiger
Oh,
NASCAR
Tiger.
with the last minute start. He said, "You ain't gonna ruin my party," so it's gonna be a 124-3. Oh my goodness gracious! Great balls of fire on that one. Uh, as we do see a couple of drivers that are just now gonna be, hopefully it's just to finish their lap. Or now, as we wait to see what Clay does. I mean, like we talked about at speed, it doesn't matter if it's if he wrecks, if he turns first. It doesn't matter what happens. I mean, it's his. It's his race, and he's gonna start. Wow, a top 5 for Clay. Wow, what an amazing laugh right there. So we do have our starting grid for tonight's Abu Dhabi race, which top three. But most importantly, we got two Ferraris in Tiger and Heredia with one in third. Meanwhile, in the Haas with Electric Blade, I think Alfa Romeo in the fourth of Porchi, and of course uh, the AlphaTauri and Clay.
Yeah, Ferrari started off their season a little too slow to be in the hunt for any drivers or constructors championships. However, when you are able to hunt for those things, your goal after that is just to go to as on good of a note as you possibly can. So,
Yeah.
um, maybe not ideal season for them, but nonetheless, if they can get a win here tonight or at least get a couple podiums, it'll make their season end on a high note. I think unless both Clay and Electric have outstanding performances, Red Bull has locked up the constructors title because Fortnite Racing and Jackson had just an insane season together.
You know what? We have to. We also have to keep an eye on the back because you know who started side by side together. Oh
Who?
gosh, First and Electric.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
First starts at 11th. I think Electric starts at 12th.
Whoever's starting on the inside row behind them, be ready. I know you're watching, but be ready.
I think that's Mason and I think
Oh,
that's Soaps and Gary.
eh. Jackson wants to DM me that Red Bull and AlphaTauri are still fighting, which is true. I mean, they are only 23 points apart, and there's a whole extra race car there, but it's I don't have a whole lot of hope, if I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm guessing Jackson must be watching this right now live.
Well, he
Which, yeah, by
will.
the way,
Red
upload.
Bull, I'm aware Red Bull is 239 points and AlphaTauri is 206, but Red Bull has more wins, more points. They also have to make up. I'm no mathematician, but that's almost 30 points. Maybe even be
Yeah.
more than 30. That's like 33 points.
Well, either
Even
way,
even
go ahead.
if the Alpha, even if Clay wins this race, that's only 25. So Electric would have to get points as well, which isn't a guarantee.
Yeah, and right now, even though the lights may be out, I think we are currently just. Oh
Oh
my!
Well,
Uh,
that's one way to warm your tires.
uh, Alrighty then. So for anybody that's watching this, though, this is not. We're not currently under green. This is the. I guess you say the pace laps, correct?
This is the formation lap, is what they call
Yeah,
it in Formula.
the the fact they did that. Oh my gosh!
Oh, oh! I don't know if
Um,
that's quite warming your tire type of strategy.
yeah. Thankfully, this is the formation lap. So,
No
yeah,
damage, right? You
yeah.
didn't get
Good thing
okay.
they, good thing they
Yeah.
turned that off. Good thing they turned it off
Good
because
night.
otherwise that could have
Tiger would have just DNF'd under formation. There's nothing more embarrassing. That's
Yeah.
like as close to a NASCAR Juan Pablo Montoya moment as you're gonna get.
Well, I mean, Tiger is driving a red car, so that kind of explains it. But either way, though,
You got
I
to
do want to
remember
say,
though, Juan drove an F1 and he drove a Williams. I don't even know if there is Williams in this field, but if there is,
yeah,
that makes
yeah,
more
there is a
sense.
Williams. I think there is a Williams. I think there was at the time. I don't know if there is now, but yeah, there probably is. But yeah, you guys can correct me
Um,
if I'm wrong down in the comment section.
Williams is. I don't think there is. At least in
Uh,
there could still be Williams, but I don't think they're in this race. If that makes sense,
yeah,
unless
that's
it's
true.
unless it's no, it's not Porchy. Porchy's what's that team called? Even I'm drawing blanks right now.
Portuguese and Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo,
And
that's right.
Soaps was disqualified. So was Gary.
And here comes these DSQs that will magically not exist in a moment.
Yeah, but either way, though, the field is lining up for our final race. Here we go, ladies and
Oh wait,
gentlemen.
no, Portuguese Williams.
Yep. Either way, though, here we go. As
Ferg! No! Come on! Ferg! There's a
oh
Logan! What are you doing? Oh my Lord of mercy!
Already, as I was saying, we're underway here at Abu Dhabi, and
well,
already I think he's gonna have a drive-through penalty.
Those constructor standings that Jackson was talking about did just get a little more interesting with Logan being in P14. That put him out of points, and Electric and Clay would both get a lot of points. So I don't think it would be enough, but it would make it closer. I could be wrong. I don't have a calculator out.
I'm too lazy to get one, even though it's on my phone. But anyways, though, is that Electric Blade? He's currently out there leading the race. First lap of the race with both Ferraris right behind him, and Tiger NASCAR are already gone. Meanwhile, AlphaTauri, as we see something happening.
Eric.
Oh, it's Eric.
Eric. Don't be sorry. Be better.
That is speech that said that, Eric, not me. So, anyways,
these Alfa Romeos. That's brutal.
Happening. That is a Moose. No, Moose.
No, Brian.
Is he stuck?
Brian, your owner would be saying it. Don't be sorry. Be better. You retired from the session because you were stuck. Oh my Lord.
I think this might be a great time for Moose to get a chance to join us, which I hope he does.
Brian was stuck, step bro.
You're the one that said this, not me, so if something happens, I'm not responsible.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my gosh.
Why does it say they're a minute and 29 behind? That's just not true. There's no way they're that far behind. No, they're literally right there. Why is it? Formula One. He's not a minute 29 behind. Allen's like a second ahead bare maximum. Fix your game. Anyway. There's my little rant.
Either way, we're just having a great time up here up in the booth, and I definitely want to say to all those who have raced or is racing for us this entire season, on behalf of myself and Speed, we definitely want to thank you guys for the amazing racing that we've seen.
The Mercedes of Formula's around. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw what happened, and yeah, I was like both the Alfa Romeos are currently struggling at the moment. But anyways, as I was saying before we saw what happened to Warmore, it's definitely been an amazing season, incredible F1 season, and it's hard to believe that between the F1 series, and slowly the NASCAR series on all three, the Trucks, Cup, and Xfinity, are slowly about to dive down to an end once when we get closer to Miami. So.
How many points do you get for finishing 4th and 5th in F1?
Oh Lord, I don't even remember, but oh god, but
Google will tell me. The internet's always useful. Points work in F1. Crazy, that's the first thing that pops up. We're not the only one who's confused. Second place, 18, 15, 10, 12. So, third would get 15. Fourth would get 12, 10. That would be 22. They need 33. So even 4th and 5th wouldn't be enough. And in the time I've looked down and searched this up, Electric has went from P5 to P11, so that's nice, dear. So pretty much, in order to get 33, they need somebody to win, and they need the second guy to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They need a guy to win and somebody else to get 5th or better.
Eric's won around. But meanwhile, back up front though, the battle between Blade and Tiger is still going. It seems like the top 4 is pulling away as Eric. I'm assuming that's Eric. Warwolf a 3-second time penalty already.
And Tiger took over the lead. Blade tried to cross him over, but didn't quite get under him.
As Masoub's retired.
The missile. Not the missile. Oh! Blade!
Oh, my. Blade! What's... What?
Oh.
And here comes Mark.
Oh! What are you doing? What?
Safety car's out. Safety car's out. What's happened?
You saw it too, right? You saw what Marner was.
I saw what Martin Mountain did.
What?
Oh god!
What? When you see a race car stopped, why would you drive at it? Oh man, Joker somewhere with just absolute shock, disbelief, and anger written all over his face. Also, on a side note, Brian, if you're watching, you ditched Booth to race this race and didn't even make a full lap. So you are welcome to join us. All you have to do is ask. I don't know if you've even asked or not, or if you even still want to. I haven't looked at my phone. I just presume that you're watching, wherever Brian is. He's probably just as simp if I had to guess.
Possibly, but I just messaged him, so hopefully we'll get a chance to have the Moose back in the booth. Anyways,
sure, he says.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's get Moose back into the booth. He is allowed to join the party. He should be already back into the party, right?
He is not, but I can get him in here pretty quickly.
I got it.
I already got it. We both got it.
Okay.
I got it. No worries. It is under virtual safety car still. Don't worry, folks. You didn't miss much. The Earth is still round. However, turns out that a second Canadian has joined the booth.
Hi.
Our good pal, the guy who finished P15, didn't make a lap. Everybody, Brian.
Hey. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Or you know what? I might as well hype him up. Might as well call him the Truck Series' most popular driver in Moose. So glad to get a chance to have you here, and I think this might be the first time you've ever called a race together. So it's definitely an honor.
Well, if my race had gone better, I wouldn't be here. But you know what? I'm happy to be here.
I mean, either way, though, you went from a negative to a positive, so what more can you ask for?
Yeah, always turn negatives into positives.
Exactly. Make sure you guys learn that. Kids, if you're watching, make sure you think positive, okay?
Speaking of thinking positive, I'll hype up Brian some more. I remember when he was celebrating P9 in the Trek Series playoffs, because he thought that was cool. He's in P6 now. Brian with his big boy pants. No, he's minus 28, so he's going to need a win, but...
Yeah, even
P6.
after the week I had last week.
I mean, either way though, I mean, surely enough, like I said before, but whenever you start racing at track at in races like F1, they kind of somewhat help you prepare for Watkins Glen. So at least you get a chance to have a little bit of that vibe. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing about Watkins Glen. um, it's interesting. It's unique. I find Watkins Glen. It would be better to figure out. Watkins Glen's interesting. It has a bus stop and the kind of like a curve, and then turn one is a very interesting braking zone. Abu Dhabi, I feel like the braking zone here is similar to turn one at Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
And you could argue that there's like a little bit of a bus stop there, also in the first sector. But other than that, I don't really. There's a long straightaway, there is a bus stop, and there's an interesting braking zone. But other than that, I don't really think Abu Dhabi is much like Watkins Glen. However,
I mean, either way though, yeah.
however, Tiger NASCAR and Heredia are both good at Watkins Glen, and they're 1 and 2 here. So maybe I'm wrong.
Well, let's be honest, Tiger's good anywhere.
So is Heredia. So
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
As we're having a lot of fun up here, folks, and we hope you guys are just having as much fun as we are. And by the way, since we understand that this holiday is getting ready to come up, happy early Halloween to anyone that's watching this. We hope you guys have a great day, kids. Make sure you guys go get that candy.
and don't. Whatever you do, don't get a stomachache. Trust me, you don't want to cap off Halloween drinking Pepto-Bismol.
Okay, kids drinking Pepto Bismol. Anyways, as the safety car is about to come into this lap, we're about to get ready to go back on the green here at Abu Dhabi. Always Jake, Speed Racer, and Eric's Boost up in the booth, as we are already going and crowning a champion here tonight with Hayes Clay or Clay Spray, whatever you want to call him, and these Ferrari guys in Heredia and Tiger, they make sure they want to make a huge statement, prepared in case if they do work together next season, as we're back on the way.
And one thing I wanted to talk about as this restart happens, tire strategies are kind of different right now. Some guys are on the hard, some guys are on the mediums. Personally, I think I'd rather be in Clay's shoes, A, because he's making a move for P2, but he's also on the hard tires versus the mediums, so he's going to have a bit better of a run here, I think, potentially, and also might have a better strategy for the long game.
Yeah.
Just want to take a second. I don't know if you guys have said this before I got here. Someone who's up spots since the start. Always Martin's up 6 spots since the start of this race.
Yeah, Martin's having a good run. Electric was earlier, and then he had a moment. I literally searched up how F1 points work while I was in 5th, and looked back up, and he was in 11th. Back up to 9th for Electric, but Martin's having a good day.
After he about collided with the Electric Blade, and it looks like we have somebody around. That is Wormel, I believe. That is Wormel.
Yeah, Mercedes kind of look like the real-life Mercedes right now, not having a good day. Miss Soap's not happy with Mercedes' performance this season. Gonna need to step it up next season.
Yeah, but I think right now, I mean, Mason is focusing on the new Call of Duty game that has been released today, which, happy COD Day, everyone. So, I'll say we have another driver around up there, up at Sector 2. That is Eric, and what is Wormel doing?
I think
He's struggling.
He's just he's
Logan Aim left the session.
tragic.
Oh, and Wormel's around again.
And
It looks
Eric
like Eric's
is
done.
Yeah, Eric is definitely done. Okay, so
hey guys, want to know something else?
what?
Sure.
Furch is in the top 10.
And we did have a conversation with Ferch, me and Moose did, and
I don't think we should go into that.
no, we shouldn't. But real quick though, I mean, we've only seen a couple of drivers that have made their stops in, but the only ones that have not made their stops in is the top 5, because with Tiger and Heredia, they're working on the mediums. I guess for the Ferrari, they're working on the mediums.
Yep.
I guess the hards and then the softs. So really good strategy.
I
Well,
think
if
it's the
Clay's able to
hard.
keep up with the leaders right now on hards, once he switches over to mediums, I expect him to get the positions back. He has a good chance of winning this race where he is.
Well, that end, if you look, DRS was just enabled, so he's actually going to gain some time on the straights on the hards as well, not just maintain. So with him gaining time on the hards and then switching to mediums, I would presume that he's definitely in key position. And I mean, if you need the confidence, you're literally getting the championship after this race, regardless of what you do. So he
Yeah.
can go full send. He has full reign to do whatever he wants, and he knows he's the champion. So I don't know what more confidence you need, but go full send.
Yeah, but either way though, a win could mean huge, regardless if he's already a champion. Which, by the way, I do want to tell you this though: the run between him and Jackson Allman the entire season was absolutely phenomenal, and what a battle it was between those two.
Yeah, for sure. Like I mentioned earlier in the season, I think even I found that Clay was more consistent, but Jackson was faster. But unfortunately, speed doesn't matter when not only are you less consistent, but you just straight up don't show up championship week. So, uh, congrats to Clay. Also, congrats to Clay on getting close to P2. I don't know if he's going to make the move or not.
Yeah,
He's thinking about it.
he might execute a pass eventually at some point.
Don't want to take too long. Porchy dude's
Yeah.
right behind him, and Blade's not too far back on even fresher hards.
Furchinator with the time penalty.
Yeah, after this is his second penalty after jumping start in the race earlier.
Right.
I missed that.
Yeah, because you were racing.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
You were too busy wrecking.
Yeah, the first thing I was about to say, lights out, we're underway, but all of a sudden, the first thing we see is first never took the start, which, either way, though, I mean, he's currently on the hards, currently inside the top 10, so really good for Furch. But Electric Days, he's been tired of me and you talking about how better Furch has than Electric at this game, that Electric knows that he has to show up to end that statement tonight.
Yeah, and I'm still looking at this battle on the front, and Heredia got away from Clay and played a lot of defense. Now it looks like Heredia is on the offense a little bit. Of course, right now as I say that, Clay's like, well, you know what, speed. I think
something
I'm
just
putting
happened.
right back on defense. But
That is
For an AlphaTauri, that's
Electric.
electric days.
broadcaster's curse. Oh god.
And guess who's back in front of him?
Just chilling in P9.
Legend.
Y'all can focus on the battle. I'm just gonna see if Electric can be able to catch up to Furch. So y'all focus on the battle.
Oh, I'm staying focused. Heredia's doing what I would call a perfect combination of both offense and defense right now. I'm not sure why my telemetry
There he
went
goes.
away.
Yeah, there he goes.
Like that. There he goes to the lead. Oh, crossover move maybe? Nah, he decided that wasn't cool enough. And here comes Porgy, right by Clay. Same amount of laps on their tires, so Porgy's just as good as Clay on strategy, and Electric Blade's even better. 6 laps on his hards. Almost not even half the amount of laps on him, and still just right there.
Yeah, I mean, so far we got 4 cars battling for the lead. Definitely been a really exciting one.
I still like the position of these guys in third and fourth. It's going to be hard once they get to the mediums to catch them, I think.
Oh,
The track's going to be rubbered in, and who's that down the pits? Tiger NASCAR?
Tiger NASCAR.
Tiger NASCAR. I I mean, this is the pit window, so these drivers should be able to get just to come down to pit road this time by.
Yeah, and just as I was about to say and presume, he's going on the hards. These guys, they've got 12 laps on theirs now. They're probably going to go maybe a couple more. They can get 15 on their hards. They're about 16, 17 to go. So it's not unrealistic to say he can go all the way from here on hards. So smart strategy call by Tiger, I think.
Yeah, as I saw, I've been watching Electric at first back here. Electric is gaining on First, and First keeps making those mistakes. Electric's right there to execute it, but with the pit road being open, I think that the battle may end up stopping for now.
I don't know though, because here comes Clay. It looks like he tried to make a move to the outside, couldn't quite get there. This part of the track not really good for passing, but decent for setting up one. Oh!
Oh!
I just caught the tail end of that.
Left dead Allen. Or no, that's Electric Blade. Sorry, wrong Haas car. That was I don't even know what to say. I don't have a pun for that.
Yeah, I don't need one for this one, but oh
That
boy,
was
here they go! And Electric plays disqualified for parking at a dangerous location.
that corner was about as bad as slicing your finger on a sharp electric blade.
Wow.
That was so bad.
That was
But
really
speaking
bad.
of Allen, up to P3.
Yeah, let's ignore what Speed just said. So, make sure you have that soda in handy.
Who was that around? Someone else was around.
That
Electric
is,
Boys.
around again.
Boys, Fortunator is in P6. This is not a drill. Keep in mind, he's going to pit and Tiger's going to pass him. But P6!
I was saying, didn't Electric just pit it?
No, Electric hasn't pit yet.
I just saw a whole. I'm so confused. Like
No,
literally,
Electric Days is on 8 lap old hards. Heredia and Logan Aim just came out of pit road. Those are the two. Just came out last lap. Tiger's on 1 lap, old tires, as we documented.
But if you look at the gap between the Ferraris, they pit 1 lap apart. And Tiger
Yeah.
has like 3 to 4 seconds over Heredia.
Yeah, so Tiger will virtually overtake the lead once this all settles out. However,
unfortunately, Blade is gone.
I believe the guys who are on the hards now may take mediums, which might make them faster, but sometimes being faster just isn't worth the time if you've lost so much of it.
As Tiger does get a really fast lap on the 128.0.
As Marner's now pit road.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't really expect to see anybody going on softs until probably about. I say my prediction is between about maybe the last about maybe 10 to 5 laps, maybe.
Yeah, I think your sauce would get you about 7, 8 laps probably.
Yeah.
Mediums get you about 12
Yeah,
to
not
14.
really worth
Hards would be around 17 laps, so yeah. If you're planning a strategy with softs, you're going to be taking a 2-stop, so it's hard to say what these guys do.
I don't know. I mean, but yeah, right now the only ones that have not made a stop is Porchy, Clay, and Gary. Those are the only 3 drivers that have not come down to the pits and make their stops. So really interested to see how all 3 guys are going to try to be able to stay out there. Well, I say between the next 2 laps, we'll see the leader come in as we do see him. Porchy's coming in this time by. Meanwhile, Clay is going to stay out.
I could possibly see Allen going on to softs because he pit under that first safety car, and he went on to hards, so he's only got 10 laps on his hards.
He is going to be. Portuguese is going to be taking the mediums. Marge took the hard, so. all depends on how this race is going to be shaping up because we only see two drivers with Clay and Gary, the only ones out there. But you also got to think about what Dallin is doing in his situation.
Yeah, I don't know though, because with taking softs, you also take the risk of a puncture, and you also take the risk of losing a lot of time by staying out. So, again, I'm not sure if the risk is what he's really looking for, but it's the last race of the season, so might as well, right?
Yeah. As the field is spreading out here, though, I mean, I just really kind of wonder what's going to happen within these, like I say, about the next 3 laps goes as we digest to see what strategy Clay is trying to be able to show. Because I mean, we said it earlier, on hard it's between about at least like this up to 17 laps. He's on lap 17 here, so I say probably about after this time he'll have to come in.
For sure. Kind of surprised that Clay's still running. I thought when we saw him get spun there, he would have came in straight down pit road, and he not only didn't do that, but he's continued to stay out and lead laps.
Well, I mean, as a champion, you want to be able to show what you can do, especially to show that hey, it doesn't matter if even if I did win the championship, he still feels like he has something to prove.
Personally, I would be more scared if not Tiger, if Clay were the one who took softs.
As
Oh,
electric
electric days.
Because, Brian, do you think softs get you how many laps here?
I think they could get you up to 9. I think around the 9th lap you're going to be running into issues with them, but you could possibly get 9.
Yeah,
Mind
so,
you, you'll be slow on the last 2 laps, but it's a possibility.
mind you, he may lose time, but, or disobey everything I'm saying. Screw it, Clay's pitting. Just ignore it.
Yeah,
I
Clay
was,
is pitted.
I was going to mention trying the long soft strategy, but I think he's going mediums here, if I had to guess. Yeah, mediums.
The only one I can see doing like a long strategy is Allen. He might try to push those hard to the end, but that's going to be risky.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think about this. So, how many times have we seen this big risk equals big rewards? So, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. As Clay does take the mediums, and now the only, I guess, I guess now officially everyone has came down to the pits. We see Gary taking the mediums as well, and now Dallin is back in front of the lead with both Ferraris right behind him.
Yeah, and I think Clay just answered her question. He went 16 laps.
Oh, that is Logan, I believe.
I would. Oh,
Safety car.
this is when you take softs. Don't even care
What
what you
happened?
say. This is
What's
when
happened?
something happened, and I would presume Logan's wreck must have been bad enough for a safety car. He's the only thing that just happened on track.
And he's still going, so I don't know.
Yeah. I can't tell exactly. It looks like he lost his front wing. Whatever was on, whatever he did, he has no wing.
Well, it's kind of a blessing in disguise for Dallin because here it comes.
Now, theoretically, in the points, AlphaTauri does have a chance to win the Constructors this race over Red Bull.
Yes.
They're 33 points back. Who are the AlphaTauris? It'd be Electric and Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're running 4-5, and the only Red Bull is running 10.
So I've calculated. They need 33 points. Fourth and fifth is 22 combined.
Clay is on fresher tires than everyone in front of him,
Yes.
and Electric will probably pit here.
He's
Yes.
going to have to.
There is a chance that
Very
Clay somehow wins this race and Electric gets good points.
Very slim. Very slim, but yes.
That'd be the upset of the day.
Electric would need, I would say confidently, Electric would need a top 5 regardless. And Clay
They need
needs
at
to
least
win.
10 points.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. And once when we get done here, folks, we'll get a chance to interview. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Interview the champion, and of course, interview the top 3. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, because it's gonna be a fun one. After following our coverage here in Abu Dhabi.
Unless, of course, Clay gets the top 3. Please don't make our job easier.
I mean, really, really, truly, we still need to interview our champion.
I mean, yes, but technically, if he's in the top 3 and the champion, you know, we don't need to interview and make it seem like we're interviewing 4 people, because in reality, it's 3. You know, big
You're
brain.
making my head hurt with math.
Yeah. I got the hiccups. My brain's like wondering what you even.
Here comes Electric.
Yep.
I'm wondering to see if he goes on to softs like Alan did.
He said, nah.
What he took mediums?
He's on softs.
Wow.
I think Logan might be doing the same thing here.
Might as well, right? He's sitting at the back. Well, now he's
Yeah.
sitting at the back. Now, is Worm paused again?
Pause?
I think so. Yeah.
He did the same thing last week, remember?
Yeah.
He just ghosted the whole time.
Yeah, but he's not ghosted for me.
Oh, he's ghosted for me.
At least I don't... Oh, wait, no. No, I'm blind. He's ghosted. He's ghosted. He's
Yeah.
definitely ghosted. I don't know then.
Let's wait for everyone to slowly make their return as I think Logan should be able to get back to the field, and we should be able to get back to bring this time by.
Question remains, which one of the Ferraris have a better chance? Is it Heredia, or does Tiger have the eye of the tiger?
It's going to be tough to say. It looked like Tiger had the pace, but Heredia's got those one lap newer tires, and it might not seem like a lot, but one lap can mean a lot.
I'm really curious to see where Alan gets out of this. I really don't know. He definitely
car.
has a chance.
That safety car slowly comes in this time by. Still have hiccups, so bear with me.
I'll go scare Jake real quick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need. So, but I should be all right though. As we are back on the way here at Abu Dhabi. Good
Oh,
start.
Marner. Way wide.
Oh my gosh, who is that first? What is first doing?
Oh, no.
Tell you what, the action in the back is amazing.
That's usually how it works, Brian.
Moving on.
Back up. I mean, look at Portugal, dude. He is slowly gaining on the Ferrari as I gotta shut up where I'm having hiccups.
Well,
But yes, Porchy is back up with the Ferraris. He's looking for a move here around Heredia.
Thank you.
Oh, he spun
Oh my
it!
gosh, the curse!
tragic.
Oh, Big Mac!
Gary!
That's a safety car.
Oh my goodness.
That is a safety car. What's
That was
happening,
just
Gary?
unfortunate timing
Okay.
for everyone involved.
Furch,
What is?
you are in P10 on 14 lap hards. Take softs and do all you can.
We need a miracle for Furch at the moment.
Well, like, he's in 10th. He doesn't
There
gain
you go.
anything by staying out, really. Well, he gains. Yeah, exactly. You don't lose anything by.
No,
Martin's 5 seconds penalty, speeding the pit late.
I'd like
Marner,
to see how many penalties Marner has right now.
don't be sorry. Be
Be
better.
better.
First with the fast pit stop, passes 3 guys under pit road, and gets softs.
And he's above electric. Oh boy.
So currently, Marner has 14 seconds worth of penalties.
He's disqualified.
And he's disqualified. So Marner now has 0 seconds worth of penalties. So just like that, me DNFing on lap 1, I'm now 13th place.
That's how do you legally block?
I think he was just really slow out of the pit lane, like very slow.
I
And
think
it called him for illegally blocking.
you might ever be the first guy to actually make 2 passes while being in the booth.
All right, booze.
We're making history today, boys.
As we have 9 cars out there in the field, right on the field, with 6 cars being out to either wrecking or tired of it,
Or just
or
tomfoolery.
disqualification.
Just general tomfoolery.
Yeah, very, very, very much tomfoolery. Yeah.
I think they're all just going to get on to Call of Duty early, let's be real.
That
I
was
think
the
I
game
mean-
plan all along.
Masopes
Yeah.
already has a lobby up. He's probably playing Search and Destroy right now.
I mean, that's exactly where we're heading to after we get done, and hopefully my hiccups will be good by then.
I doubt it.
Don't jinx me. Don't jinx me.
Alright.
As safety car is still out there at the moment, even though we do got the rest of the field back with us.
This is going to be a shootout just like last week was.
Yep, this will be.
You know, the Ferraris to me kind of seem like sitting ducks right now.
Yeah, they are kind of out there on old tires.
They're out there on old, cold hards.
I mean,
And they got mediums and fresh softs behind them.
Yeah, if I'm Alan right now, I'm loving this. It played out good for him.
Honestly, I'm not even just Alan, like Clay.
Oh yeah, Clay's in a great spot too. Just with his raw pace.
I'm gonna laugh if Furch and Electric wreck each other for P7.
I mean, for the sake of this broadcast, let's have also something funny and entertaining. That's exactly what I need. I need a good laugh between these two, because in the fact that Verge has been better than Electric at Rocket League, like Verge's been saying. Oh god. But no, but it's always been about friendly competition, as safety car is about to go in this time by, and yeah, you guys take it away. Well, I hold my breath for 20 seconds.
I was gonna say if you wanted something funny to watch, you can watch First Drive, but you know what? That's another time.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I will.
Yeah, if you want something funny, just search up Inversionator playing NASCAR 85. It's quite the funny display. But we're going green here. That doesn't matter right now. No offense, Furch, but you're driving in Heat 5 doesn't matter right now.
We love you, First.
We do. We do love First. That's the only reason we bug him so much.
Yeah, I'm just glad you speak for all of us. As we go green. Tiger with an amazing start. And Electric pulls over. Not sure if that's the way. We got to move. Or an attempt at one anyway. Alan's way. Oh my goodness.
He's looking. Porchy's looking.
They're all looking. They're taking a peeping.
Peeping.
Peeping pooper popper. Peeping Tom.
Goddamn.
Alrighty. with the Ferraris.
Oh, here he goes again. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh.
contact.
Oh, that if that's I was gonna say if that's not a corner
5
cut,
seconds
I don't
more.
know what is.
I think that one will be overturned. Just because he was avoiding a collision or even got hit there. If he doesn't do that, his race could be over.
I mean, he's a champion either way, so it doesn't really matter. Oh my, he just overtakes Heredia like he's a rock.
We notice who's up to P6 now from a terrible restart.
Electric.
Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched him literally pull over on the start and pass everybody. He passed him.
Oh, he saved himself and Allen.
he just gave that one a buffer.
You can't be doing that now for him.
Please tell me you
The
got that on the
cars are
stream.
carbon fiber.
Please tell me you got that on the stream.
I saw it, but I'm not sure if it got on stream totally.
Oh my gosh, I was watching that the entire time.
Guys,
Electric just didn't just move him out of the way.
Furch is in P5
Oh
Prime
my
position.
god.
on softs. Please, please, Furch, hang on.
Logan's right there, right behind him. Come on, Logan. I'm messing. I'm picking.
No, Furch. Come on.
Well, this race will be big for Logan if he can finish it. I think no matter what, though, now he gets points. I think Red Bull might have the constructors on lock at this point.
I think Logan should just aim to finish it.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. You say more puns than Patrick Starr ever has. So yet. Oh man.
Mayonnaise and
DRS is enabled, so that means
Oh, that's
that,
not good for Furch. No.
It's not good for First. That's not good for Tiger either.
No.
Clay is only 4 times back from him.
But he's a 6-second time penalty. 5-second time penalty.
If Clay can clear him, though.
I think
As down
ultimately
goes
Jimmy
the
clears. If you know, you know.
I try not to know.
That's
And,
good to know.
and the famous words of Beartooth and one of their famous songs, you never know until you know.
And other famous words of a famous movie I once watched. If you ain't first,
Oh,
last.
What is
oh my goodness.
Jesus? Star me. Squeaker right there, so, I'm going back to mute.
Clay right now trying to hold the outside,
Oh,
with Tiger on the inside.
Electric. Oh my goodness gracious.
Tell you what, the battle for 5th is good. So is the battle for 1st. We have action all over the track.
First buddy out. Oh, where did they come from? Porty's spitting out. First up to people.
I looked away for 2 seconds at the disc. What just happened?
What are you doing?
First is in 4th.
Oh my god. Look out, everybody. Here comes the electric.
First move, Logan out of the way.
Oh, where are you going? Back up the lead, back up the lead. Nope, I can't do it.
I'll keep an eye on this for you guys.
I'm right there with you. See, this is why you shouldn't laugh that much. Those
Oh
So
my god,
fun.
you're gonna kill me.
Tiger makes a move again for the lead.
yeah, Tiger Mason.
The eye of the tiger.
He has the eye of the Tiger. Look at him go.
And already retires. Oh no!
Already? What happened?
What?
Oh, looks like he spun it.
Is that a safety car?
No,
I don't think they're gonna call a safety
no,
car. They're
not
playing
this
the race
late.
now.
No. This has moved Furchuk back up to P4.
Yeah, it looks like Heredia just caught it around that sweeping corner. They just went
Wait,
around on him.
there's a chance Furch gets a podium. Furch, get a podium. Furch, I need you to get a podium, please.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, he is looking to get drafted, and of course, like he did last week at oh my lord, what was last week at not Darlington?
Why did you say get drafted
Brazil?
like it was guerrilla warfare?
No, no, I meant get drafted to a team next season. But no, but as I was saying, just like whenever I first joined the broadcaster chat unexpectedly, he is looking for a sponsor or a spotter. So yeah.
Tiger goes back around Clay and DRS.
Oh my
There
lord
was-
of mercy.
These two are just going back and forth right now.
And right now, look who's in P3. Electric Days joining his teammate in Clay.
They're close. Clay and Tiger. I think this would give him the Constructors' Championship.
As we are white flag this time by for Tiger NASCAR.
That would give them 33 points to close the gap to what it is. But then you got to remember Logan's sitting in 6th right now.
Yeah.
There
Here
is
comes
still
Clay.
one lap to go.
What?
The battle right now, they don't want to have, like, they want the other person to take the DRS so they can have, or whatever, so they can get the run with the DRS. You know what I mean?
Look at this.
Mind games now.
I thought they were gonna wreck each other. They still could, I
They
guess.
might. Remember, there's another
they're not side by
DRS
side.
detection zone here.
That is right. As Clay takes the lead, that's going to give Tiger NASCAR
Will
a
he be
huge
able to hold
advantage.
it? Oh!
Oh.
Side by side they go. You set.
Gonna get right in behind him here. Does he have anything into this final sector?
I'm not sure. He's trying.
He's gonna try a heroic dive into the last corner.
He's going to have to.
He's spinning around. Come on, first, go! He's not close enough. Wait. Clay,
No,
stop.
no,
Clay, stop. Put her in
it's-
park. Put her in park.
It's too
First
late.
is gonna lose his P4 to a pause wormhole if he's not careful.
No, he's got it. I think. Yeah, he's got it.
Clay got another
P4.
5-second time penalty though.
Oh, so close.
If only First had nitrogen or not.
If only he didn't get that drive-through. All he needed was 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He didn't need a lot.
I will want to see because Clay did have 10 seconds in penalties, I think.
Oh, that is true. That is very, very true.
Oh no, it says Clay got 3rd.
Yeah.
And Electric Days is driver of the day in his avatar there.
Electric thinks the Constructors' Championship is his. I'm not entirely sure if that's the case. We do know Clay is the Drivers' Champion. But I believe they are short of the Constructors' title just by a little bit. I'm not entirely sure, though. I will note that I am passing grade 12 physics with an 85, so if I can't do basic math, then blame Canada.
Yeah, honestly, it's Canada's fault.
Yeah. Pull a South Park, blame Canada.
So, oh no, Clay only had one 5-second penalty. I thought he had 2.
We need Clay, Electric, Tiger.
Well, that was a crazy race to end this season. Wow, oh wow, what a fun race this was here, folks.
For sure. And I mean, what a fun season, just in general. So much went on this season. Battle between Jackson and Electric, or not Electric, wrong AlphaTauri. Uh, Clay. The Ferraris having an on and off season. Uh, Brinkerhoff, and then Furchinator providing us with constant entertainment out of the Alfa Romeo camp. Mercedes struggles. We had Joker in the booth for a couple races. Owner McLaren, shout out to them. They had an up and down season. Portitude and the Alpine had a decent season too. Allen put a lot later on the season in the Haas. Of course, the Red Bulls, Jackson Altman, Logan Aim. They came pretty close to the Constructors' title, even if they don't have it, which I believe they do. Very good and exciting season. Glad it's over. No more booths. No more booths by myself. Good God Almighty.
Oh my God.
Well, there's Electric.
Yeah, there is Mr. Youngbuck himself. So, first of all, let me go ahead and be the first one to say congratulations, Clay, on the championship. How are you feeling right now?
I am feeling great right now. It was a real shame that Jackson didn't show up. I was hoping that we could have like the last battle, but I am still glad that I am champion.
Yeah, and you know Clay is happy because his deep voice has raised a whole octave. That's how you know.
And I think we are constructors champions as well.
I think you guys came up short because with where you finished, you got exactly the amount of points, and Logan Aim got points at the end. But I could be wrong.
Wah.
Logan Aim finished outside of the point.
No, he didn't.
No, he
He
didn't.
did.
No.
No, he did.
He was P7.
It's okay.
Yeah. Either way, though, it was a tremendous run by you two, and I think we'll see you guys back working together come next season. But you know what, let's go ahead and talk about it, though. I mean, you three had a really crazy race. Electric, you pretty much played Drake because you started from the bottom and you ended up being here. Tiger NASCAR with the incredible run and, of course, the win. Tiger, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. We got third in constructors, and we got some pretty good teamwork with Heredia there for most of the race until he crashed out, unfortunately. But we were able to win and secure third.
Yeah, I mean, talk about an amazing race that was. I mean, for both you and Heredia, you guys, it seems like every time whenever you guys are teammates, you guys know how to work with one another. You guys work really amazing. So, talk about an amazing year that you had with Heredia, and of course, hopefully you get a chance to be teammates with him next season.
Yep.
Alrighty. Clay, you talked about it earlier. I mean, you kind of wish that Jackson would have showed up. I talked about this earlier in the race. You and Jackson throughout the entire season had some phenomenal runs. It was with you and him and Fistbuster and a couple others. Talk about not only how much this championship means to you, but also how much you've really respected Jackson throughout this time that you battled with him.
Yeah, so I never really talked to Jackson before, like Midwest and F1. We kind of like sort of connected together and started racing each other in parties or like being in parties while racing. And yeah, it was really great battling up the championship with him.
Yeah, which by the way, shout out to Jackson if he is watching this. That was an amazing run with, of course, you and Clay there, Jackson. So shout out to you. Electric, buddy, I've watched you this entire race. You had a lot of moments. We saw you and Furch battling out. We saw you battling out against Logan, and then we saw what happened with you and Dallin. I want to get just talk about that moment because you guys were side by side. What happened between you two?
I mean, um, it's the same as always. I get drove the way how people think I should be drove, which is not good. So when I come into F1, I'm expecting clean racing, so nothing less. This is not NASCAR, what they like to say. But I mean, when we're going into a turn, he's going I think 15 miles per hour slower than me, and I'm trying to shoot in there. We both have fresh sauce. I feel like we both can do incredible things in an equal performance car, and I feel like he just broke a little bit too much, and I just got into the back with him. Sadly, I got him out of the race off doing that, and I gave myself damage where I still was able to drive on.
Very well said. Very well said. Moose, do you have any questions for our top three?
I really only have one question for Tiger. Everything else was kind of answered. Those last couple restarts when you had the guys behind you on fresher tires, did that, scare you at all? Put the thought in the back of your head that maybe they can get to you?
Well, it was interesting because me and Heredia were kind of talking through what we should do, and we decided to stay out because on the medium tires we could not drive the car. It was so much oversteer. We in that little S section at the start of the lap, we were pretty much wrecking, and so we had to stay out on the hards. And on the restarts, it wasn't that bad because there was no DRS. We could just kind of slip swing each other down the first and second straightaways, and then from there we could pretty much use our tire wear to an advantage. So it wasn't really that bad, to be honest.
Well, congratulations on your win, Tiger. Congrats on P2 Electric, and congratulations on your championship, Clay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clay.
Speed.
Well, I have one question for Clay. You knew you were the champion entering this race, but take us through your race after your contact with Electric Blade. I'm not sure what happened, but I looked up and he was just absolutely running through you entering a corner there. So, just take us through that.
Yeah, I think he just missed his breaking point. I didn't really obviously care, but it didn't really ruin my race either. I was still in contention. I was gonna be on better tires than Tiger and Heredia, and I knew I had at least some pace, pass him without the DRS. And coming to the end of the race, I think Porchi dive bombed me and Alan, and so he made contact with me, and then he ran me out of room, and so I had no other choice than to just go off track and take the penalty. And I passed Tiger going through the last 3 laps, but the DRS was too strong, and it was really all that mattered. And yeah, but Tiger was really fast today, and can't blame him for you know the DRS train big thing.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said. You know what? I just wanted to get a chance to tell you this and to get a chance to tell all the other drivers this. Really thank you guys so much for the amazing season. It was a fun one to get a chance to call, even though I was there partially with Speed. It was amazing. It was incredible, and I'm very glad we got a chance to have such an amazing season. Congratulations to all the champions. Congratulations, to everyone a part of this league. If you guys want to get a chance to join fantasy, make sure you guys check out the description in our bio, and you guys will get a chance to check that out. Real quick though, do you Electric? I'm gonna ask you first. Do you have any final thoughts and comments you want to say before we hop off?
Well, since it's the end of the season, I would love to say, I would love to shout out two people. One, Heredia, he was absolutely fire today. I mean, I feel like this was his best race yet. I'm just sad to see him wreck because of it's just sad to see drivers like him that can race up in the front, that can keep consistency, and it's just the ending is one corner that can always just ruin your race. That's how fast it can ruin it. But the second driver I would love to shout out is Alan. Um, he showed me a lot of things of what I can do, and I really appreciate him. I hope him a Merry Christmas, and I hope him a Happy Halloween too.
Yeah, well, as
Okay,
for Alan,
there.
I hope he has a happy Christmas and a merry off season, or however that went.
Jesus. Um, uh, Tiger NASCAR. Do you have any final thoughts or comments you want to say?
I'll shout out Heredia as well. I think his teamwork is exceptional, and I think we work super well together. And it definitely showed in the last race and pretty much all the other races that we did. Heredia showed me a lot from racing both. Well, not really. Actually, yeah, both NASCAR and F1. He showed me a lot how to get better and faster from those games. And shout out to Heredia.
Yeah. And of course, Clay. Do you have any final thoughts and comments you want to
Uh,
say?
no.
Very well said. Very well said. Well, we'll let you guys go, and congratulations, Clay, once again. Go celebrate, and we'll see you guys next season.
Uh,
Uh, all right. So if we're gonna be ending this stream as far as shout outs, I have a couple of shout outs I want to give out real quick. Firstly to Joker, Jim, Ballstick, and of course Moose yourself. Thank you guys so much for helping out Speed and myself. It's been an incredible season, and also I want to give props to where props is due to Speed Racer. Before we even started F1, Speed didn't know exactly about F1. The first race we called, it was with me and him, and he learned so much from it. He's worked really hard every Friday night, no matter if it was with me or if he was with somebody or if it was by himself. I do want to say thank you so much, Speed, for all that you do for this league, especially when it comes to the broadcast booth. You have been tremendous help. Thank you so much for all that you do. And of course, finally, to our admins for giving us a platform for this league to get a chance to do F1, NASCAR, whatever it may be. You guys have made this such an incredible league to be a part of. You guys have made it very fun, and I've been through the highs and the lows with this league ever since the first season in NASCAR, and I am just honored to be part of this league. So thank you guys so much for allowing us to make this happen. And to the fans, thank you guys for watching and keep on supporting us. Uh, you know, Moose, do you have any final thoughts, final comments you want to say?
Just adding on to yours, for the broadcast portion, F1 wouldn't be streamed every week without Speed being here, doing it by himself, for multiple weeks. I got in here at the end, but you know what? He did a great job this season for being first time near or around F1. So, big up
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's great. Looking forward to another season of F1 and getting wrecked every Thursday for P5.
Speed, I know you have more to say to that. Do you have anything you want to say?
Oh, well, it was a fun season. I mean, I call these races and do these things because I enjoy watching them, and I know I'd be watching the stream, and I don't, I know that me as a viewer, I would be pretty disappointed if the stream just didn't happen because nobody wanted to do the booth. So I got it up for everybody, and you know, 15 races, well, 14 races, thanks to our schedule, 2 copyright strikes, and 10 booths called alone later. We figured it out and got through the season. And glad to learn some things about a sport I haven't really watched in a while, so this helped me up for that as well. And I don't know if next season's going to happen or not, but if it is, I'm sure I'll be back here and do this all over again.
Yeah, and for someone who was, pretty much, I should say myself and the subs who have started the ground as far as the broadcasting booth. Um, to me, I've noticed, there's a lot of people that have come and go with this league, but broadcast wise, I mean, Speed, you have done a tremendous job. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this, this incredible broadcast. To conclude things off, make sure you guys check out our Xfinity Truck Series and our Cup Series, NASCAR Series, here in the YouTube channel. You guys can check that out. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys click the notification bell so you don't miss out on all things Hennessy Performance League. But from all of us here inside the booth, for Eric's booth, Speed Racer, I am always Jake saying so long. For the F1 series, we'll see you guys next season. But don't miss it out as we go live for the trucks this coming Thursday. We'll see you. Good night, everybody, and happy Halloween.
Yeah.